Hi, everybody. This is Deirdre Pippins, also known as Ms. Media Content. And I'm bringing you my first post, my first video in a very long time. I guess people have been saying, where's Ms. Media Content been? I've been really busy. Life really happens. This is not a glamorously fake account where everything goes perfect. My nails are not done today. Um, Life happens. And so, though I've been busy, I haven't been just schlumping. I have created several online boutiques that have nothing to do with Ms. Media Content or my healthcare business. So I've been busy working with folks, developing those products, creating those products, and setting up the websites for those online boutiques. And also, drum roll, and I put it on my highlight as big news, but Ms. Media Content's website has a shopping component to it now. I have t-shirts, I have pillows, I have artwork. It's all related to all of you lovely bookaholics, bookworms. It's the perfect Christmas gift, birthday gift, or friendship gift to the friends that you have who just love reading books. So check out the MsMediaContent.com/shop. And you can see my merchandise there geared for book lovers. I'll be adding some more book loving gift items this week, probably today, later today, and tomorrow. But I'll be adding some there. But check it out. You'll really like it. Been making some sales there. Very happy about that. Yeah, check it out. It's geared specifically for book lovers. And also go there because I have some free downloads there. I have some reading planners where you can keep up with books you want to read, books that you have read, that type of thing. So go there and get yourself some free downloads as well. And stay tuned to the Ms. Media Content merchandise part of the site. Of course, I want you to stay tuned to the entire site, but stay tuned to that because I'm going to change things often. So you kind of have to check it every week, see what I have up there. I'll retire some stuff, I'll add some stuff. So, it won't be the same staid, products that you'll be able to, you'll look at it 2 or 3 weeks later or a month later, the item may not be there anymore. I may archive it. So, just stay tuned and stay aware. And it is the holiday season. So I'll probably participate in Black Friday and Cyber Monday and have some special deals and some flash sales. So stay tuned for that. Right now, my most popular product is anything with I fell into a book and I can't get up. People love that. And so I'm very thankful and very happy for the success that we've already had with our new merchandise at MsMediaContent.com. So just very thankful for that and looking forward to more. And you can always DM me and let me know what would you like to see as a book lover, and I will check all my resources, my creative resources, and see if we can get something for you, made up as well. We also accept custom work. So if you want something custom, especially for you or especially for a friend, DM me. We'll create it if we can, and we'll get that for you. Also, just to let you know, Ms. Media Content, we stand for eco-friendly products. So anytime that we can find eco-friendly products or that they resourced from a sustainable source, we will choose to use those products. Okay, so we want to be responsible. I know fashion can be one of the most heavily carbon footprint items around because it comes out with new items and this and that on consistent seasons. So we just encourage you to buy things that you love, buy things that fit you and your personality. And if once you can't wear an item anymore, share it with someone else. Share it with a homeless shelter. Share it with a Goodwill. Share it with the Salvation Army. Share it somehow and pass it along. So just make sure you share it, and so that carbon footprint won't be, that we can defeat so much carbon footprint usage. Now to move on to what I'm calling my Books a Million haul video. I see all these fabulous girls on YouTube, and they have all these unboxings and these hauls and etc. And so I thought, oh, I'll try one of those. Okay, so this is a Books a Million haul, but guess what? Like I said, life happens. I bought these books because I wanted the books, but I said, oh, I can do a Books a Million haul with these books. And I bought them back in September 20th, as a matter of fact. It's November. So, better late than never, right? Okay, so here's what I purchased. So I'll start with, I'll just start with what's on top here. I bought a book called The Golden Hour by Beatrice Williams. The Golden Hour by Beatrice Williams. I bought this book, well, I'm going to tell you, you can't judge a book by its cover, but beautiful covers don't hurt, And so I've been seeing this author's name in lots of different places. It looks like she concentrates in historical fiction. And let's see, she's written some other titles that I have been wanting to check out. The Summer Wives, I think I have that on my list. So she's written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books. So they keep publishing her. She must be pretty good, you think? So I'm going to give this The Golden Hour a try. I do love historical fiction. Historical fiction is my favorite genre. It is my absolute favorite. I just like being transported back in time to see how people talked, they dressed, etc. I just love historical fiction. So this seems to be pretty good. It takes place in 1941, it seems. A woman is an investigative reporter and for a New York fashion magazine or whatever have you. So, and it's throwing out the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, so there might be some of that in there. So I hope this is good and doesn't disappoint. Don't know exactly when I'll start reading this one, but it's pretty soon and next on the list. Another book that I purchased, let's see here, the next one is on top. Oh, I will save that one for last. The next one I purchased is Colson Whitehead's The Underground Railroad. Now, I checked this book out at the library a few years back. My children were younger. I don't know about you, but sometimes some books I can't get into depending on what's going on in my life. And so I guess when my children were younger and running around and we had to take them to this practice, that practice, and school was really, really active, I may have not been able to get into this book. And then certain writers are, sometimes their writing style, you have to get adjusted to it or whatever have you. But again, I am going to give this a go. This time I bought it. So I'm going to give it another go. Apparently, it was the winner of the National Book Award. And, just because books win awards, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to like it. It is, says it's an American masterpiece by NPR. I do hear a lot of good things about it, so I'm going to give it a go. And when I started my book list earlier this year, I knew back in December of 2019 that I really I saw a lot of African American writers coming into the fore. There was just so many, and I was like, I've got to get back to some of the African American writer roots and check out the classics and check out the new authors, and I have done so this year, and I'm very grateful for it. We have a lot of great African American writers out there. They're writing about people issues. African American issues are people issues, and they are with diverse groups in some of the books that I have read. So they're very insightful. I love them. So yeah, so definitely that was on my list to read more and have more African American writer books, in my home and on my list. And Colson Whitehead, I think he recently wrote The Nickel Boys. I have not checked that out. I wanted to check this one out first. So hopefully, and again, it's another historical piece. So hopefully this will be great, just like it says. The next one I have is The Wife Between Us. I have had this book on my list for quite some time now. And so, here we go. Spoiler alert. I've already read this one. So I read this one because it was maybe October, and I was like, The Wife Between Us, this will be great for October and Halloween and all of this stuff, And so I've already read this one. And I'm not going to give you any feedback about this one. You'll have to check my blog about this book because I've already completed it. But I do know it's two people that's written this, Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. I know that's not right, and forgive me if she ever sees this video and I mispronounced her name. So they have a new book out. I think it's called The Anonymous Girl. But anyway, I did read this for October. I will say it is very well written. So, you're going to be turning pages and trying to see what is at the end. So, but I'll talk about this on a later post. The other book that I bought this is called 50 Words for Rain by Asha Lemmy. And I think this is her debut novel, I do believe. Yes, it's her first novel. And this is another historical fiction. And it is about, I believe, a child of an African-American soldier and a Korean woman. I believe. And how Japanese. It's about a child of a Japanese aristocrat and her African-American GI lover. And I guess it's the story of their child, their daughter, and how she has to be in society at that time. Another historical piece. This is a debut novel. It's been on all the lists. I have not heard any feedback about it from other readers or anything, but don't know when I'll start this one. But it seems like it might be very deep. So, I go through different periods of time of how I'm feeling and what I would like to read. Do I want to read something scary? Do I want to read something really deep and involved and very, highbrow? Or do I want to read something, that's just jet setters and people, traveling all over the world? Like right now, I'm reading Kevin Kwan's Vanity of whatever it is. I forgot the name of the title, but I'm reading Kevin Kwan's latest book right now. So, that's not like deep and involved. It's fun and it's got, fashion and beautiful places. So, so I have to decide, this seems to be, maybe it's going to be deep and involved. So I'll have to pick a time when I'm going to read this. And last but not least is certainly a classic that I had to get my hands on again. And it is The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. This is a book I did not read until college, but it is so good. And it's so apropos for right now about the issues that's going on today and how African American people feel in society in America. This is, again, a historical fiction book. It is a classic. It is probably, I used to say To Kill a Mockingbird was my favorite, all-time favorite book. But I will say, I'm going to read this again. I know I love it. I know it means a lot to me. But this indeed might overtake my love for To Kill a Mockingbird. It is just so real and it is so true. And I have picked up another copy of this, and I belong to a group that involves families and children, and I decided to give that copy away. I gave it away. It was like a little contest, and I gave it away to a young man. He won the contest, and I gave it to him in hopes that he would read this, and it would mean as much to him, certainly being a male, as the protagonist is a male, as it has to me. So I went back and picked out another copy. This was a book that I encouraged my sons to read from day one. You have to read this book. I said, you must read this book. And so this is a classic. This is a book, again, I'm speaking to everyone. Just because a book may not be about your group, those are the books you need to read. The books that's not about your group. I have read plenty because our society's a little upside down. I've read many books focused on European Americans, white Americans, etc., because those are the books that are put before you in the first place. But I will challenge people that's not of the African American culture to read some of these books, these classics. Read the Real Color Purple book by Alice Walker. Not just watch the movie. Read the book. Read Go Tell It on the Mountain by James Baldwin. Read the book, and read this book, The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. It is about a black man's view that he was invisible in American society. And I believe this was first published in 1952. I can't remember if the book itself takes place in the 50s or even earlier. But anyway, this is kind of like a bucket list book, in my opinion. This is a bucket list book. This is a book, read this, books that you have to read before you die. This is one of them. Okay, well, don't call it a comeback, but I'm back. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's hope I have some more in me and can be more consistent. And I thank you for listening, and I thank you for watching. I'll be back soon.